Longtime fans of the show should be familiar with the lender formerly known as Sue Pullen, and I'm pleased to announce that she's back, fresh off a rebrand and ready to help as Sue Mackey. Sue is a certified mortgage advisor at Fairway Independent Mortgage, an equal housing lender who focuses on finding the right product for you and your needs. She has over 20 years of experience helping thousands of homeowners. Whether it's purchasing, refinancing, or even a reverse mortgage, Sue will help. Sue's licensed in 36 states now, so reach out and let Sue Mackey it happen for you. The best way to reach her is just give her a call at 520-977-7904 or in an email, spullen@fairwaymc.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage has an MLS number of 2289. Sue Mackey has an MLS number of 206048. That email again, spullen@fairwaymc.com, and that phone number is 520-977-7904. Shoot Sue an email and let her know she needs to update that address.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Hello and welcome to the China Shop, everyone. Kicking the doors open. I'm shopkeeper Dan. With me, as always, is Kyle, the creator of financialineptitude.com. Kyle, how's this fine, wonderful day treating you?
Not too bad. I had a really good end period to put a nice bow on an otherwise not so great week.
You rocked that end period, man.
Until it flipped on me, and I ended up having to reverse into the end. I think that was what saved me, was the nice close push, that 5-second flag.
Anytime you the end of the period green is good in my book.
Yeah, no kidding. Those things are they can go either way quickly.
Yeah. Especially because we're always trading the NASDAQ, and the thing is wild.
Yeah.
Though we did discover the new, I should say, Purdue showed us the new 5-second chart for the NASDAQ. Finally made the structure make sense to me. It's like, oh, now I see it.
Well, it's playing out the same speed that we do our replays at.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Cracked the code.
Yep.
All right, come on in the shop with us today, folks. Sit back, relax, hedge against the rage machine. We'd like to welcome any new listeners just joining us. We're here smashing our way through a complete set of Pie in China, sharing our ever-growing strategies for trying to maximize gains and cut losses. If you are new to the shop, get the fuck out.
No.
That's
if not what he meant.
Shop and stock trading in general. You can always check out our knowledge and resource centers on financialineptitude.com, or you can give one of our many beginner trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description. But the best place to be is head on over to our Discord server. We get on there every day. It's just a really amazing, awesome place to be.
More on that in a little bit, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, put a pin in that. Well, I guess we'll talk about that in a minute. Kyle, any show news to report?
Yeah, we've got a huge announcement to make today. This is going to be the last episode in this format.
Yes.
Going forward, weekend episodes are going to be more of a roundtable format with myself, Banks, and Baba Yaga from Banta, as well as like Flary whenever he's able to join in. We'll also have some other people from some other like friends of the show that pop in and as necessary when people aren't able to take part. Once a month, we're also going to plan on bringing in experts to discuss specific topics. And the other big piece that's going along with this is we're also planning on merging our Discord with Vanta's. We will be running the free side of their server. I believe this is going to allow us to share more insights from professionals with our community while still being able to keep all of our content free. The weekend roundtable episodes starting next week are also going to be streamed live in that Discord. We learn and we improve and we challenge each other, and I think this is a step in the right direction to make all of that accessible to everyone in our community. I still plan on doing guest episodes on a weekly basis, but those will be more focused on trading and education. Goal is to provide traders at all levels opportunities to interact, and I want to make this podcasting community a platform where people can come not only to listen, but to also get involved. There's a lot in that statement there. I think the both of us have realized that the format that we came up with 3 years ago has kind of run its course, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not learning much talking about news every week anymore.
Nope.
So this is a step, I think, to kind of put us in a position where we can be surrounded with the professionals and the right people to learn from, and that's kind of the whole goal of this entire move.
Yeah, and honestly, the guys over at Vonta Trading are amazing. They are
Yeah,
really amazing guys. Not just good skilled traders, good communicators,
good
and
teachers.
great teachers and educators.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a great move. It's a great move.
So what are you planning on doing then, Dan?
Well, I am currently about 3/4 of the way through development. I guess honestly, I just got a bunch of singing to do. I'm putting together a entertainment focused show called Half Cocktails. It's just going to be a hell of a good time talking about news, culture, laughs, with a bent on promoting science, evidence based reasoning, and the social contract.
What about outrage?
Yes, there will be tons of outrage.
Okay, good. Whew, all right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can't do media without outrage. No, I'm gonna have it'll be myself and almost like you were saying with a round table. It's gonna
Hmm.
have more of a round table feel. I want to make it kind of feel like a modern version of like a Dean Martin variety show,
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Nice.
but
Yeah.
with like a sciencey bent. Like imagine Dean Martin and his co-host was Isaac Asimov, and you got the show that I'm going for.
I love that. What
Yeah.
about trading then?
Oh, I'm still active on Vonta. I had my best week ever this week.
So you're not going away, is what I'm saying.
No, you'll still find me on the Vonta Discord. I'm still gonna be around.
And part of the having that roundtable, the way we're setting that up too, means that it's easy for people to come in and guest, and hopefully you'll be one of those.
Absolutely, absolutely. And every now and then, I even have a meaningful thing or two to say.
I know. Now you can save them all up for once.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe my microphone will be on. Like,
Oh God. Yeah, nobody was ignoring you today, Dan. I promise you.
yeah. Found that out the hard way.
I
Anyway,
know.
this has been really, really great format though to hit the ground running with. It's really served us really well. It's taken us so far. We've come
It
so
really
far.
has. It's
And
kind of bittersweet too.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to have been here with you, man. And I love you, and I love all of the audience out there. I love all of you. This has been phenomenal, far beyond any of my vision for it when we started out.
Oh God, yeah. When just two of us with a laptop and a webcam
Yeah,
on Zoom,
yeah,
me chugging a beer in before the first recording button was hit, so that way I'd
Mhm.
feel a little more comfortable with my voice.
yeah. I don't know, Dan. I don't know. I don't like the sound of my own voice.
Yeah, you taught me that everybody thinks that,
Yes.
and not just about mine.
Everybody thinks that about their own voice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
Except
too.
for narcissistic assholes like me. I love my voice. Listen
Do
to
you
me
really?
talk all day. I do enjoy the sound of my own voice. Yeah, it's stupid. I know. I sound like an arrogant, cocky prick, but here we are.
Fucking A. I guess I kind of come around to my own. After you hear it enough times, it just becomes a voice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, do you wanna give us a good movie reference then to segue into
Oh, whoa. Slow
this
down.
final show, or should we?
Slow down.
Okay.
First, we got to talk about what kind of show we got.
Oh yes,
We've got a yelping, yearning, yawning show for you today. Though it occurs to me I should have done Z's instead of Y's. What are you gonna do? Lots of market-moving news, plenty of stocks on the radar, and brighter futures than Sam Bankman-Fried's defense attorney.
Oh my God, that poor bastard. I'm also checking real quick to see if we have reviews on Yelp.
Objection, Your Honor. It's devastating to my case.
Bull in a China Shop has a bunch, but that's not us. Damn it. All right. Someone review us on Yelp.
Just in time.
I know, right?
Yeah, reach out to us. We love your messages and comments on Twitter and Facebook, especially over on the Discord. We'll have a link to something in the episode description. Probably
There'll be some crossover time. It'll take some time.
If you're old school, you can send an email to twobulls@financialineptitude.com. That's the number 2, BULLS. Kyle's going to still be monitoring that, I'm sure.
Yes.
All 3 emails we've gotten over the years.
We've gotten more than that, haven't we?
I don't know.
Emails?
I stopped giving out the phone number because nobody called.
I know. It was just me. Nobody calls anything anymore. We learned that.
It's true. It's true. I should have made it a text.
That's probably what happened. Everyone was texting that number.
Yeah, right.
Probably 300 voicemail.
maybe you want to reach out because you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made, or maybe you're an unsinkable ship with everything to prove, but on your maiden voyage, somebody steers you straight into an iceberg. It doesn't matter. We just love it when you reach out.
I think I might be able to get this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a thinker.
It is. What was last week's, though?
Your bride-to-be is kidnapped by some aliens, so you need to gather a ragged band of heroes in an ancient glaive and storm the traveling spaceship mountain and rescue her?
It sounds like, Traveling Spaceship Mountain.
Sounds like a fever dream.
Wait
right?
a minute. Wait a minute. Traveling. That sounds very familiar.
Uh-oh.
Fifth Element?
Nope.
Damn.
No, it's a 80s fantasy epic Krull. Krull.
I have seen that. God damn it.
got Liam Neeson in a bit role. Yeah.
I think I have seen that. Yeah. Yeah, that was like wasn't that like a Conan knockoff? Or a He-Man knockoff or kind of thing?
Yeah, had a lot of elements of it. Had the Cyclops that could see his own death. They could see the future, but only his own death. Anyway, stop talking about Krull. I really like the movie Krull, man.
I'm going to watch that this weekend, I think.
All right. Hey, Kyle, how did the bet go?
Well, I don't know if you paid attention to the markets this week. But,
no, what happened this week?
Well, we thought it'd be a great idea to go to an old trusty friend, AMC.
You can't do better than AMC. Who's better than AMC?
Can't do better than AMC. AMC opened the week Monday at $9.37, and you didn't quite hit our target of lunar orbit. The high of the week was only $9.96.
Oh.
But it closed on Friday at $9.15, which gives us $470.77. So it could have been a lot worse, Dan. If you remember Random?
Oh, that guy.
Random went with CRMT that opened the week at 74.88 and closed at 64.40. But not before hitting Random's 15% trailing stop at 63.65. Random ends the month at 455.08. What did I say, Dan? When you need a win,
you go to AMC. Wow. Wow.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
Who would have thought? If you pull up the daily chart of AMC and just look at how range bound it was this entire time. Yeah, you didn't moonshot, but you did enough. You did enough. Hats off, AMC.
Thank you. Wow. Well done.
Right?
That's amazing.
Fucking AMC. I can't believe that. All right. Now that we've done the big news, should we talk about whatever bullshit economic news has been going on this week?
Oh, yeah. Stuff's happening. Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two bulls trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, Dan.
Two bulls trading information.
What?
Two bulls trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two bulls trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. All right, Dan, you want to lead us off?
Sure. I had a personal request from one of our listeners in Tucson, and this story came out 15 hours ago. EU and China are competing with their global investment schemes. Specifically, China has got their Belt Road Initiative. Turns 10 years old this year. They've been pouring money all over the world. We've talked about the inroads in Africa, but they've been doing it all over South America too. In fact, they've been doing it so much, they hit a point where they had to stop asking for payments because they were bankrupting some of these countries, like Venezuela, for
Oh,
example.
yeah. We kind of talked a little bit about the way they develop third world
Hmm.
countries, and it was not pretty for them.
Yeah. Apparently, they had a ton of debt defaults between 2017 and 2023.
Yeah.
So people started to speculate that they're winding down and phasing out. They are not. Xi Jinping,
Hmm.
President Pooh Bear.
Yeah. Yeah. Poop. There
Uh,
you go.
Good old Pooh Bear. He's not done with it at all. They're just they're trying to pivot into a more of a green initiative, more solar and wind infrastructure, and try to be smarter about spending money. But they're still putting another 10 billion. Oh, sorry,
I didn't
100,
realize.
100 billion at a time.
I guess I didn't realize the Belt and Road Initiative was other countries. I thought that was them just building out the infrastructure of their own country.
No, the idea is they want. Well, the
Huh.
cynics will tell you they want these default swaps to guarantee raw material resources from these countries.
Yeah, that'd be my
Like
guess.
you get them by the balls, and it's like, well, you got all that mining. Why don't you? China can do the mining.
You can pay us in diamonds and
Yeah,
gold,
pay us in
rare
rare
earth
earth
metals. Yeah.
metals. But China's just says they want stronger emerging markets to sell and to export their goods to.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But don't
so
they have no money if they already owe you all their money?
that what that was one of the problems of the first time around.
Right.
They recently had a summit in which he laid out 8 guiding principles for the new improved quote high quality
Mm.
road initiative. Like they want to try and have a little bit less corruption.
A little
Uh,
less. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, integrity based. It's interesting that ever since the war began in Ukraine, Vladimir Putin actually left Russia to attend this BRI forum
Oh, really?
because Russia is doing their best to partner with China.
Kind of have to, don't they? I mean, that kind of pissed off everybody else.
Yeah, and this along with, and I can't find any hard numbers. I was trying to find how much money China is investing in real estate in the United States.
Oh man, we looked that up a while ago. It was a lot.
Yeah, it's insane how many people's rent checks go to pay off a Chinese mortgage.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what you got, Kyle?
Well, speaking of debt, I guess the Treasury is going to be needing to borrow like another $1.5 trillion in the fourth quarter and first quarter of 2024. This is the expectations or the estimates that J.P. Morgan and Deutsche Bank have just released. Jefferies puts that number closer to 1.4 trillion, but still. And this is on top of the trillion estimated borrowing that's already taken place last quarter.
What's 100 billion amongst friends, Kyle?
I know, right? And it looks like a little decimal point. You're like, that's not much difference. But yeah, you say it like that, 100 billion. That's a big rounding difference. Oh god, dude, this looks this doesn't look good.
Wait, wait, are you saying the dramatic and drastic increase of debt that's continuing might have negative consequences?
I am saying that might be yeah, I don't think this is bullish news. That's what I'm saying.
Who do we owe the money to?
Ourselves?
Ourselves?
I guess. Probably China. I don't know. Japan.
It is ourselves. It is ourselves.
Yeah.
That's how.
But the heavy borrowing has already been one of the factors in the recent run up in the long term Treasury yields. The New York session ended the highest level since 2007 last week. They've been up about the 10-year and 30-year yields have all been up about a full percentage point as more traders have been fretting on the onslaught of supply. Because you remember we talked last week, not as many people wanted to buy all these. So the yields keep going up and they're going to have to sell a whole shitload more, it looks like.
Damn. Well, they could always raise taxes.
That might cause a riot.
Yeah, it's never. Nobody ever wants to hear that.
I know, right? You know what? I'd rather just roll the dice on this treasury thing.
Has the government considered buying some Powerball tickets?
You're right.
Get that sucker down.
Let's see. The JP Morgan team is in the news again talking about this. JP Morgan's expecting that the Treasury is going to announce an $800 billion in net marketable borrowing for October-December period, another $698 billion for January-March of 2024. As the JP Morgan team wrote, quote, given this backdrop, the Treasury's current auction schedule is insufficient to meet its prospective financing needs. The funding gap remains large in the coming years, even after last quarter's increase.
Ooh. Well,
I kind of blacked out as I said all those words. Does that make sense?
yep.
Yeah. This is need more money and nobody wants to give it to us. Is what it looks like. I think that's the headline here.
Yeah, China's closing their pocketbook now.
I know, right? Anyway, what else you got for market news here?
Well, to continue with the rosy picture painted by the headlines, apparently the consumer sentiment came out and it is lower, driven by inflation and raising interest rates.
Ooh, that's significantly lower too.
Yes. And
wow.
the alarming part about it for a lot of analysts is that high income consumers showed the largest decrease in confidence.
Why is that important? Because they're the ones who have all the money in the market?
Because they're the ones who have all the money in the market and are spending on luxury goods. And if rich people stop spending, there's a lot of pain, according to... Weirdly, this article was on Investopedia. I didn't know they had news articles, but apparently that's the thing they do now.
It's kind of threw me off.
So they're saying what was this guy? The director of Michigan Surveys of Consumers warned the drop in wealthy spending suggests that the potential boost to consumer spending from a favorable wealth effect may dissipate, translating to sales have been good because rich people are still buying shit. Now that they're not, we're going to see sales slump.
What was the guy's name that said that?
Oh, I guess Klatchkin said that. Apologies.
Sorry, I just wanted to hear you, and I just wanted to hear you try to pronounce it.
Oren Klatchkin, market economist at Nationwide Financial. I guess it could be Klacken.
Oren Klatchkin? It looks like Klatchkin.
Yeah,
or maybe the K is silent. Maybe Klatchkin. It's Latchkin.
Kraken. Oren Kraken.
There you go. I love a Kraken joke.
Yeah. Overall, the index for current economic conditions declined, falling from, this doesn't make sense, 70.6 to 71.1. That's not falling. That's increasing, you bastards at Investopedia.
Falling to from. They just switched up the order on you.
Oh.
I hate it when they do that.
They've been confusing me, and I've had too much to drink. Yeah, and the consumer expectation index dove 10% from 65.8 to 59.3, which is actually only 6. What the fuck? Investopedia, get your math together. Anyway.
No, that's 10%. 65.8 to 59.3. That's 6 points. That's about 10%.
6.5 points is about 10%.
Yeah.
And 1.4 trillion is about 1.5 trillion. No big deal.
All right, let's see. What else do I have? One other little one here. I wasn't sure where this goes. Remember our old friend, Mr. Musk?
Oh, that guy? He's still around?
Yeah. The headline of this article is awesome, too. C.T. Jones, the guy who wrote this, hats off for this one. It says Elon Musk offers to also ruin Wikipedia. I don't know if you saw the tweet that he sent out there, but he basically, he implied that the Wikipedia was mismanaging their money and that he was mocking their calls for funding. He followed that up with a challenge and offered them $1 billion if they changed their name to Dickopedia.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's gone full teenager.
He is. This is exactly what you think of when you think of a person who has too much money. That's like just throwing it around like, dance for me, peasant. Here's $5 million.
Yeah.
I want to fuck your wife. Here's $1 million. Let me do it.
I'll pay you $1 billion to change your name to Dickopedia.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do it. Let's be honest.
Wow.
For $1 billion?
Wow.
Oh, and then the funny thing was somebody posted on there, like, as a follow-up, was, what did he say? It's like, just change it for a day and change it back.
Yeah, right.
The Musk responded, they'd have to do it for at least a year. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, wow. Wow. How dare you challenge the integrity of my Wikipedia offer? You... Wow.
It looks like
There are rules, sir. I am not a heathen.
it does look like Wikipedia is not stooping to that level. They're not. They're saying Wikipedia does not respond to that kind of encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because based on how many kids he has, we know Musk responds to all kinds of encouragement.
Yeah, the official rules for editing his Wikipedia page says it best. Wikipedia doesn't have to do what Musk says.
Nice.
Good for you, Wikipedia. See what happens. You got the specter of $1 billion hanging over your head, though. I know my decision. That would cloud my decision-making process. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do some advertising before we do some stock stuff?
I've been eagerly awaiting the advertising all day. Let's do it.
All right. Longtime fans of the show should be familiar with the lender formerly known as Sue Pullen, and I'm pleased to announce that she's back, fresh off a rebrand and ready to help as Sue Mackey. Sue is a certified mortgage advisor at Fairway Independent Mortgage, an equal housing lender who focuses on finding the right product for you and your needs. She has over 20 years of experience helping thousands of homeowners. Whether it's purchasing, refinancing, or even a reverse mortgage, Sue will help. Sue's licensed in 36 states now, so reach out and let Sue Mackey it happen for you. The best way to reach her is to just give her a call at 520-977-7904 or in an email, spullen@fairwaymc.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage has an MLS number of 2289. Sue Mackey has an MLS number of 206048. That email again, spullen@fairwaymc.com, and that phone number is 520-977-7904. Shoot Sue an email and let her know she needs to update that address. Tasty.
Ooh, I'm full. I don't know if I can eat any more ads. Those were so good.
I really hope it actually played some. All right, let's do stock time.
Stock time!
Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news, and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time.
Please don't sue us. All right, should I lead us off here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. Let's talk about Microsoft and Activision. I saw a nice little update on there. After the deal has gone through, it looks like there's a new push going on to try to unionize Activision Blizzard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew the video game industry was like super competitive because, I mean, who doesn't want to be involved in that, right? We all love video games, love to be part of making them.
Video games are great.
It is incredibly cutthroat, hostile, even outright abusive, as this article says.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you look at Activision's past. But I guess now that, because Activision used to have something in there that prevented them from, or allowed them to fight the unionization efforts, I guess. But Microsoft has their workers covered by a labor neutrality agreement. So that means that management cannot interfere with any attempts to unionize. And they've already started work to try to do that. Just that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I hope that not being a union shop wasn't like one of the key points for them, or like the key checks in the box for like making this deal. 'Cause that might be really annoying.
And Microsoft's like, no, it's over now.
Yeah, and I wonder how. I'm kind of curious how keen Activision is to unionize. Well, Microsoft did come out and say, though, they reiterated the terms of their agreement with the CWA. They wrote in a blog post, quote, Microsoft remains steadfast in our support of our current and future employees in whatever choice they make about their workplace and their representatives. So it doesn't sound like they really care.
Well, I mean, when you're the size of Microsoft and you're buying Activision, it's not for the employees, right?
Not really. I wouldn't think. Well, it's more for the titles, right? Yeah, you would think. the titles and the IP so they can sell it off to Peru or some other place and hide all the tax money there. There's more than 10,000 employees at Activision Blizzard that should now be eligible to form unions. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
All right.
What do you got for stock news?
It looks like Chevron posted some earnings.
How did they do? Oil should be doing pretty well, right?
They did terrible.
Really?
Yeah. It shot them down 6% on Friday. They had a 66-cent per share profit miss.
What? Why? How did they miss so bad?
Apparently weak overseas refining.
Really?
Yeah. And so this has directly affected their takeover of Hess Oil because that buyout was to be done with Chevron stock.
Wow, how did they smash their revenue so well and still miss the actual earnings that badly?
Yeah, it's got to be something to do with costs. Weak overseas refining results. I guess they didn't get as much refined. I don't know.
Maybe they didn't do as well locking in the cheap oil prices. Are they drillers or are they just refiners?
Their overseas refineries delivered roughly half the net income analysts were expecting.
Wow.
I don't know if Exxon. I mean, I'm assuming they drill and refine.
I would assume so too, but I'm not sure on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. How did man
Hess
Exxon missed too? Jeez.
Hess crashed as well. Yeah, it's been a rough week all around the board.
Well, I mean, at least these oil companies, Chevron and XOM, are rotating at the tops as opposed to crashing through the bottom supports like the rest of the world. But yeah, that I have to pay attention to these ones because there might be some tradable opportunities there.
Yeah.
All right. Last stock news thing that I have is just an update on the ongoing labor discussions between the big three automakers and the UAW.
How's that working out?
Well, Ford actually did make a deal. They were the first ones, and probably good for them because the UAW turned around and used that to threaten more strikes to the other two to make a deal happen now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you can't lose ground. We're going back to work at Ford. You don't want us to strike at some more plants. You better give us what they got.
You're right.
So they had a marathon negotiating session that started last night, and I think it might still actually be going on right now. So they were set to reconvene this afternoon. Looks like there's a good chance that they might actually make this deal.
Good.
Let's see. What was the Ford deal? The Ford deal was a 25% pay increase over the term of the agreement. Also an initial 11% increase. Raises for benefits cumulatively raised the top wage to more than $40 an hour, including an increase of 68% for starting wages to over $28 an hour. Reinstated the cost of living, reduced an 8-year path to the top wages to 3 years, and allowed the right to strike over plant closures, among other significantly enhanced benefits. So it sounds like they got a pretty damn good deal.
All right. Economy fixed.
Right? Ford said that the strike had costed about $1.3 billion, and the deal, if ratified, would increase labor costs by roughly $850 to $900 per vehicle produced, which doesn't seem like all that much, actually.
Really doesn't.
No. And that's probably less money than they're spending on buybacks.
Shh.
I know, right?
No.
So yeah, stay tuned because that story will probably be outdated by the time this episode actually airs. We'll see if they get an agreement here in the next couple hours.
I hope they do. I really do.
I do too. Yeah. I always hope somebody gets paid. Get paid, boys. You guys earned it.
I didn't post this story, but I did read it yesterday or the day before. The CEO of Toyota is talking about how he doesn't think electric vehicles are there yet. And
oh, really?
Yeah, he's criticizing other companies for trying to dive in, and he's saying it's all about hybrids.
Well, yeah, hybrids would be nice. It'd be nice to have the option. Like if your car runs out of juice, flip on the generator and
flip on the gas, right?
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like you need everybody diving in order to make it a reality. Like somebody's got to be the innovator, right?
Apparently Toyota's only got one electric offering, all electric offering, according to that article.
Was Toyota the one who used to do like the fuel cells with hydrogen too? They were trying to do, or is it somebody else I'm thinking of?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Hydrogen car. Oh wow, yeah, the Toyota Mirai.
I have no idea how that works.
At the core of Mirai, hydrogen from the fuel tank and air entering from the intake grill meet in the fuel cell sack. There, a chemical reaction involving ...
I mean, that sounds dirtier than the lead into the ads.
There, a chemical reaction involving the oxygen in the air and hydrogen creates electricity, powering Mirai. In the end, the only byproduct is water.
Yeah, it should be. So it works the same way as like rocket fuels.
Yeah, the only problem is where do you fuel up with hydrogen?
I know. Yeah. Guys, hang on. I got to take a trip out to Seoul.
You know what? For the guy criticizing electric vehicle makers to have a hydrogen car, it's kind of funny.
I know.
We're just not there yet.
Yeah.
Anyway. Last story I had. Apparently, Jamie Dimon, the infamous. It's more than famous, right? That's what infamous means.
Oh yeah. I would say
he's been at JP Morgan for almost 18 years, and for the first time ever, he's selling some stock.
Oh, you know what he's doing?
He's getting out before the economy tanks.
No, he's closing out all his holdings so that way he can go take over for Powell.
Oh, you know what? He could very well be in line.
Might be.
The banking regulatory revolving door is pretty open. It's made of glass. We can all see it.
It's kind of the wrong direction, though. You think maybe Powell's gearing up to replace him at JP Morgan.
Of course, he says it's for estate and tax purposes, he needs to diversify. Apparently, his family, he's got like 8.6 million shares.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with all the things that he's been saying about telling everybody to sell their assets.
Right. This is the worst it's ever fucking been.
But at least he's doing what he says.
That's true. He's officially that's not why he's selling. And that's kind of to my point was when is a CEO selling their own stock ever said I'm selling it because we're not doing good, guys. I'm getting out now. I'm cashing out.
It's like the economy's shit and everybody's going to take a haircut. We need to get out of here.
I'm not confident JP Morgan can survive, so I think I'll just dump this stock now.
I can't imagine it's that case. But what's the percentage?
He's selling 1 million of his 8.6 million. So,
pretty
about 1/9.
Amount.
1/8, 1/9.
Ooh, who's buying it?
That's
what I want to know.
Good question. Because it did push the stock down on the news.
It should.
3% went down 3% because people were like, I got to get out before Jamie.
I don't want to be buying his shares.
Why not? He's got good shares. They're in great shape, barely used.
Yeah, they were great 18 years ago. All right. Anything else for stock news?
No, that'll do it.
Let's go do some crypto then.
Ooh.
I got some crypto in my wallet, hanging out on my Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I got some crypto in my wallet, some Doja, Sushi, Polkadot, NFT, decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
Is there anything else going on in the crypto world besides the SBF trial?
I mean, Skytle's up to 0.6 of a penny. Is that news?
Wait, is it 0.6 or
0.006?
What was the high?
I don't.
I think we had
Did it
3
get to a penny?
cents. Yeah, it's been a while. I think it was up to 3 cents at one point. Damn it. Somebody needs to adopt that. Bitcoin's been spiking though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but who cares about that? Sam Bankman-Fried is planning to testify at his own trial. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, he already did. He already
He
did.
Oh, it's already happened? Oh god.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh, we don't get any audio for this either. We need a petition.
Sadly.
All right, what happened? Do we have any
Well,
updates of what he actually said?
The under the headline of this article appeared on The Verge with the headline "Sam Bankman-Fried is going to talk himself right into jail,"
Yeah.
and and the paragraph, the statement under that says somehow the least suspicious part of his defense is the 288 auto deleting signal conversations.
I know. I saw that line too. Oh god.
This writer does not like him and has a bit of a acid tongue, if you will.
Well, doesn't he have a gag order on him too? Like, didn't he get in trouble for talking too much?
Yes, yeah, he got in trouble. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I'll quote the article. In her cross-examination of Sam Bankman-Fried, quote, "She simply unhinged her jaw and ate Bankman-Fried."
So you're saying he was not able to explain everything away?
No, he was not. She asked him about the auto deleting stuff, and after a very long pause, he said he thought it was shortly after he started using Signal. She grilled him like, "Well, did you ask your lawyer for approval?" And I'm gonna actually quote
Yeah.
Bankman-Fried. So I remember, my memory of the policy is that it laid out various circumstances in which it was not permissible to do so, or in which there needed to be a lengthy retention period for company communications, and that outside of those sets of topics or forums, there was permissibility to have effectively whatever data retention link or setting felt appropriate. Which the lawyer responded with, "Wait, what does that mean? There was permissibility about that? Does it mean you could do whatever you wanted?" Yeah, that's what it meant.
Oh god.
Ultimately, to boil it all down, he kept, like, at one point the judge even was like, "You're not answering the question. You're kind of rambling."
I
Like,
think we all expected that though, didn't we?
yeah. Yeah. It's the Chewbacca defense.
Yeah. If none of this makes any sense. If nothing makes sense, you
quit.
must have quit.
And he kind of is trying to say it was his lawyer.
I was wondering who he's going to try to
He's
blame.
trying to pin it on his lawyer. Like,
Oh, that poor lawyer.
I thought the lawyer said it was cool. The lawyer approved these documents. Okay, so where was it? I should have written it down. Because she nailed him on. Oh yeah. She was like, where in this agreement does it specify that FTX is permitted to spend customer funds? Right?
Yeah.
And the court sits in absolute silence for more than a minute.
That is a long time for an awkward silence.
Seriously? You ask a you're in court and you ask a question and there is a solid minute of silence before he says, "I'm not a lawyer." Eventually, she got him to nail down, and he pointed to the line that said funds were held and or transferred by the provider.
I wonder, was he looking over at his lawyer? Like, was somebody writing down like the responses for him to say in the background?
Like, right, they've got bad handwriting, and then he's like trying to read it. He's like, cowboy roadmap speed bump.
All right, Charlie Day.
So do vote.
So wait, so this was the defense was this the defense's turn with them, or was this the prosecutor?
This was the prosecutor ripping them to shreds.
Has the
as well as the judge.
Has the defense had their turn yet? Because if you're really
Not
up
that
there
I'm
trying to blame them, like you think they're going to come out and be like, "Isn't it true that I told you that this is definitely not something that you should be doing?"
the lawyer for FTX in Alameda was different than the defense attorney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still, there's got to be some camaraderie there.
When the judge says to the court, the witness has an interesting way of responding to questions, you know you're on the right track. Yeah.
Wait, the judge is Kaplan?
Yeah.
What's
Sorry,
his name?
Sassoon is the prosecutor. Kaplan is the judge.
Then he also told Bankman-Fried that he'd been asked a number of times whether he knew that Alameda was allowed to have a negative balance in FTX, and he hadn't adequately responded.
Yeah. You still haven't answered that question, my guy.
Yeah. Who's hesitant to hire the wrong general counsel. I did want a general counsel who was comfortable with reasonable risks.
Yeah, like the risk of just straight up spending all your client's money.
All of it. Yeah, that's a bit of a risk. All right, when is the verdict supposed to be happening with this thing?
I mean, if you ask me, it's the verdict's
Pretty
in.
much done.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how long this trial is going to last, but
there can't be much more because usually, like when the defendant actually testifies, that's usually the last of the testifying, right?
yeah, you would think they save that. At least that's how it happens on TV. So,
Well, I mean, it's the Hail Mary as they describe it. They called it a legal Hail Mary.
yeah,
High risk, low reward, like my trading.
yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. So
Good stuff.
goodbye, Sam. I think next time we see you, you'll be wearing orange.
Yes.
The question is it going to be for more than 2 years?
Ooh, yeah. That is.
You want to put the over under on that?
I say well over 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna be that's like 30-1. I'll give 30-1 on under 2 years.
You remember Jordan Belfort? You remember Jordan Belfort when he went to jail?
No.
The Wolf of Wall Street? I think he only did like a year.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, different court system depending on how much money you have.
Hooray! It works.
Justice is blind. Blindfolded with a dollar bill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm going to put that over under at 2 years of actual serve time. I'd be really curious to see if he does more than that.
I don't think he's got enough connections to do less than that, and he doesn't have any money anymore.
It depends on who hacked the company and stole all the money when they were going bankrupt.
Oh, we know it's North Korea.
The day that he quit and resigned, he suddenly a bunch of money was hacked out of the company using backdoors that only he and other trusted people knew about.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's probably sitting on a pretty decent sum still.
He's doing just fine.
Yeah, but fuck that guy. I hope he goes down for longer.
I do too.
Anyway, all right. You got anything else for crypto?
Nope. Just excited to talk about my best week ever. Hold on, I got some notes.
Wait. Hang on. Let me grab this. I got a new gun for this segment. It's I got it off the set of Rust.
The
come check it
movie
out.
with the Alec Baldwin.
Dan? Hello?
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks and the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.